recap for week 23 for cycle 1. Our second to last week. It's hard to believe we are almost at the end for this year. So for this week, for new grammar, we did finish timeline. So next week we'll be doing the presidents for week 24. There were 7 locations in geography. So for this week, as your kids are going through the geography, there's quite a few countries to identify in South America East. And some of them are kind of small countries all mushed together. So just something to keep in mind if you're going through those with them. Everything else is pretty normal for new grammar review where we're at this point. For science, we did rock structure identification. So we had a number of rocks that we passed around, and we were looking to see what category they belong to, the 3 categories, and then just some characteristics, and we jotted those down, and we put those in our science journals. And then for fine arts, we moved on from the composers and started our orchestra overview. So we looked at the orchestras for both the Baroque and classical periods, looking at the differences between the two. With the Baroque being a lot of mainly string, and then the classical period, more instruments were involved, and the conductor is actually up in front leading the orchestra, which wasn't something you would see in the Baroque orchestra. So we went over those and identified instruments, putting them in their appropriate families. So we did that. We had only 15 minutes or so since we had the initial presentation. We did sing the orchestra song, which I'll send you a link. You probably you may have multiple versions of it or something different, but I do want to send it to you. I believe we may be in week 24 during the opening singing the orchestra song together, and the classes may be assigned a certain instrument. I think we may be assigned the drums. The drums playing 2 tones. They're always the same tones: 5-1, 1-5, 5-5, 5-5-1. So that will be, I believe, that will be our part for the time we sing the orchestra song together. So you may want to have your kids listen to the orchestra song, make sure they know where the drums fall in. Other than that, it was a good week, and again, look forward to being together one more time for cycle 1. Hope you have a great weekend.